Clarissa is an actress in Hollywood working on the set of a movie. She has a small role of a waitress. Before her scene, her co-stars come to tell her about the new actor, how hot he is. They fantasize over him, but Clarissa thinks they are exaggerating. The scene then begins and Clarissa unfortunately spilled the coffee she was supposed to serve on him. Chaz doesn't think it's a big deal. But Clarissa feels bad. She even apologizes to her agent who worked very hard in finding her this role. Clarissa starts to believe she is not made for being an actress. But the agent comforts her saying, she signed her for a reason. The agent then informs her she has a new audition for her. But Clarissa reminds her she has to go back home to attend her best friend wedding as best woman. That same night, Maya tells Clarissa that she is no longer the maid of honor, but she can still come as guest. Clarissa is a little sad but Maya comforts her, with her future husband Pete. The next day, Clarissa is back at her day job, a waitress. She sees Chaz at one her tables. She comes to him and he immediately runs away. She goes after him, mad that he ran away because she may spill something. They both get into a little banter. She then goes back to the restaurant. Her manager is shocked it's Chaz. She thinks she may be dating him, but Clarissa says no. After work, she heads to the airport and finally arrives in her hometown for Maya's wedding. When she arrives, all her friends are so excited for her to be here. They even talk about the rumors about Chaz. Maya then welcomes Clarissa, but the discussion continues around Chaz, but Clarissa reminds them today it's all about Maya. Moments later, Clarissa meets Pete, the one Maya is getting married to. She congratulates him. Graham then shows up, an old friend. Clarissa is surprised he lost a lot of weight. Kelly then interrupts them, letting Clarissa know her and Graham are dating. Graham is a little bit uncomfortable. That same night, the group of friends are drinking, talking about Clarissa's career in Hollywood. Kelly tries to make fun of Clarissa for not having a big role. The topic of Chaz comes out, and to get back at Kelly, Clarissa lies that she is dating Chaz. So Kelly says if it's true, she should bring him to the wedding. Later that night, Kelly and Veronica text all the friends they knows about it. And the next day, it's all over the internet. Chaz's real girlfriend confronts him about this news. She thinks he is cheating, but Chaz sits her down and convinces her it's not true. Susie then believes if the paparazzis think they are together, that he should play the role and dump her in public. The paparazzis will love it. So for now she wants him to play Clarissa's boyfriend until Susie's divorce is finalized. It's a perfect covered. Days later, Clarissa is back in Los Angeles and paparazzis welcome her at the airport. They even follow her at her work. Chaz then shows up. Clarissa apologizes, but Chaz takes her aside for a little talk. He asks her to break up with her in public, but for now to stay together. Chaz thinks it's a good press for her. He then wants to break up this weekend. But this weekend it's Maya's wedding, so she tells him to show up. As they finish, Clarissa drops a paper. Chaz goes on his knees to pick it and everyone claps thinking he is proposing. The paparazzis take pictures labeling they are getting married. The weekend then arrives. Chaz and Clarissa are practicing their breakup. That night, she brings Chaz to meet her friends. Before they walk in, Chaz gives her a ring to wear. This touches her. They then walk in and all her friends are shocked Chaz is here. Kelly and Veronica are fanboying over Chaz. They keep staring at him. Later that evening, they approach him. While Graham seems a little jealous, he asks questions about Chaz. He seems destroyed inside. He brings back at graduation when he told her he loved her, but she never said it back. Clarissa tells him she saw him as a friend. Graham confesses to Ed he doesn't have with Kelly when he had with Clarissa. Later that night, Chaz meets Clarissa's parents. They put them on the same room. But Clarissa tells him he is not sleeping here, she got him a futon downstairs. The next morning, Clarissa wakes up to Chaz having a good time with her parents. Clarissa takes him aside and thanks him for being such a gentleman. She then drives him to a hotel nearby. As soon as she leaves, Susie appears out of nowhere. She is mad, as she learned Chaz gave her a ring. But Chaz asks her why is she here. But Susie can't stand them being together here. She is his publicist in real life, so if anyone asks, she is the publicist that came to the wedding as a friend. Hours later, Kelly is fantasizing over Chaz. So much that she complains that Graham isn't romantic enough. Both get into a little argument. At this moment, Susie shows up, and Chaz introduces her to everyone as her publicist. That same night, before the bachelorette party, Kelly and Veronica try to warn Clarissa that Susie was flirting all afternoon with Chaz. Kelly adds that Chaz is too good for her. This makes Clarissa feels bad and her mad at Kelly for still playing the same games as high school. Clarissa then bumps into Chaz. She puts 2 and 2 together and realizes Susie is the one he is really dating. Both talk until late night and clearly feelings are been formed. The next day, the day of the wedding, Chaz gets a talk with Clarissa's parents. He is touched on how much they love each other. Clarissa comes down in her beautiful dress. Chaz is mesmerized. Moments later, the big wedding takes place. After the wedding, everyone realizes a bunch of paparazzis showed up asking questions about Chaz and Clarissa. Moments later, Clarissa's agent calls her saying she has 9 auditions ready for her. Graham then comes to her and tells her he knows about Chaz and her being fake. Susie was drunk yesterday and revealed everything to him. Graham reveals there is a sparkle between Chaz and her. Moments later, Chaz takes Clarissa to dance. They end up kissing and can't believe what just happened. At this moment, Susie realizes she is about to finalize the divorce. So she reminds Chaz it's time to break up in public. Chaz and Clarissa, who actually felt in love, are uncomfortable. Clarissa breaks out saying none of it is true, and reveals everything to everyone. The next day, Clarissa has no other choice than reveal it to her mother, who is offended she lied to her. But the mom tells her she can notice as Chaz and Clarissa really like each other. She shares her own experience when she met her dad. She gives her daughter the advice of fighting for her love. Moments later, Maya comes to talk to Clarissa. She feels bad she didn't stick up for Clarissa when Kelly was mocking her. Both give each a big hug. Maya confirms to Clarissa that Chaz is a good guy. She surprises her with Kelly and Veronica, who wanted to talk to her. Kelly apologizes for all she ever did that made her feel insecure when they were in school. The group friends then all hug. The next day, Clarissa comes to her agent, who tells her she just booked a big role without an audition. She can now quit her job as a waitress. Clarissa then works her last shift at the restaurant. Chaz then shows up. He just wanted to congratulate Clarissa on her big role. He invites her for a coffee. Clarissa asks about Susie, and Chaz tells her he is not sure about Susie. Now there is no more faking it, both decide to start from scratch. They then kiss and the movie ends.